everybody to the battlefield. You know, if for those who don't know, I do a new series, with the Bridge the Gap joint called The Battlefield, where, I invite veterans in the game like Wicket, talk about the infamous battle. Last time we went on, you talked about, your battle versus some gems, the style elements, and we didn't really get into the B-Boy, the Kmel Wicket versus you
Oh man,
and Flow Master. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, we got to talk about
let's
that.
let's talk about let's go back to the seventh gym, um, and Renegade. You know what I mean? And then we could go style elements versus Renegade, and then the K Mo joint. So let's go into the seventh gym because I didn't even know about that until you told us about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean we got a call from Orko,
Mm,
and he was on tour with Jam on the Groove.
right.
And at that time, Jam on the Groove was just like the show you wanted to be on. All your superheroes. I mean, you had Ken Swift, Legs, Storm, Maurizio. I mean, you had everybody on there. So, they were like our superheroes. And I think they were in LA for the leg of the tour, and Orko hit us up saying that he had an event called Battle Zone, and we're like, "Yo, Orko's hitting us up! Oh, we're
Mm.
going!" We're like starstruck, and on top of that, it was on my birthday.
Oof.
It was on my birthday, like I think in '96. It was on my birthday. So we drove down there, from the Bay, and got to the event. And next thing you know, right when we get in, I'm like, damn, what's like a cipher just like circled around us, and
Just off the rip, just like that.
and then we getting called out. Flo called us out.
Who? Flo?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, this is the point where Flo didn't know Wicked like that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Ah.
This is before Flo took Wicked under his wing. So go ahead.
So next thing I know, we're just, I guess shit, it's going down, Like I thought we was cool. Like I mean, of course we're cool, but I didn't think they was gonna like straight up call us out like that,
Right.
So we were just kind of like, oh, damn. We were kind of bugging at first, but whatever, man.
So wait, so you knew them already, right? You knew Flo and all them on the
Well,
strength of,
I didn't know Flo on too much. I mean, I seen him like once or twice before
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was always nice. He always had, he was gentleman, and just
Right.
like everybody else in Rocksteady. So, once we got that call, we're like, oh shit, that's dope. Orko hit us up, and then we get down there. It's just like, damn, what the. Like we just got called out by these guys,
So
like
so in your mind, you thought you was being set up because Oracle is seven gem at the, he's seven gem. He called y'all, right? And
yeah. I
then
mean, I didn't think of it as like a setup. It was just like we were just like that just caught us, like we didn't expect
surprise.
it.
Damn.
Like here we are thinking like, oh shit, our superheroes just hit us up.
Hey, they was on that art of war type mentality.
Yeah, man. I mean, you should interview Flo about that because
Yeah, yeah.
because like these are things that I want to know. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I will. I will. Damn, that's crazy though.
So we battle. It's me, Sway, Jazzy, and Wix.
Right.
Wix was our graffiti writer.
Oh, damn.
And so against like Flo, Easy Rock, and
Damn.
Orko, Honey Rock, and
Damn.
a couple of Rocksteady guys from like Easy Rock's boys.
What's up with Kenny?
I think he was injured or something like that. He was just
Okay.
watching, So
Word.
I mean, luckily he was just watching, because otherwise it would have been.
A slaughterhouse, right?
So I mean, so we get up, we get in the mix, we're battling, we're going back and forth, and then all of a sudden, Sway did something to Asia. Oh, Asia was there too.
Hmm.
Shout out to Asia One.
So Asia was in a battle, in the battle?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, she
word up.
battled. Yeah, she was battling
I got to
against.
interview Asia on that one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm gonna get
yeah, you
Asian
should.
for real.
So Sway did something like disrespectful, and it just I didn't see it. I mean, it was just so much going on. It was,
Mhm.
see what happened was, see the way my account set up. No, but so something happened, and then all of a sudden the circle just gets rushed. Like I'm getting like yanked.
Oh,
It just turned into a big brawl. And then
yo, do you remember who yanked you?
nah, bro. I mean, I'm like 4'8", bro. You know what I mean? Like, so mind you, it's dark in there. So we
Mhm.
get, the fight goes on, and then we get kicked out of the club.
Oh my
And that
God.
was it, man. It was like a rush. It happened like that. It was quick. We got in there, didn't even have time to feel a vibe or nothing like that. We just,
Wow.
yeah. Right when we arrived, Style Elements was performing. They were like wrapping up their show. And
Right, right.
I believe this was before Radiotron, before we battled them, I think.
Mhm. Yeah,
But,
it
but
had to be.
yeah, and then so we get there, they're finishing up their show, and we're like looking like, yo, this is dope, this is crazy, and then all of a sudden, boom, Flo calls us out. And everybody's like, oh
The
shit.
flow the flow called you out?
Yeah. Like he came out
Oh, he
first.
picked you.
Well, no, he didn't. I don't know who he picked. He just came out like,
Oh, okay. Word, yeah, flow, yeah.
you know,
That's flow.
yeah. So I'm just like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah. With your heart beating like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was shook. I was shook. We
Word.
just got to LA. We don't
Yeah.
we
And this
we
is
go to
rock steady.
LA.
This is
We go to
seven
LA, but
gems.
yeah, and it's just like, oh my good, Wiggles was there. Everybody was there. So we were just like, oh my gosh,
Damn.
we about to get it.
Ooh. Damn.
Yeah, the whole thing happened so fast, and then afterwards we're just like sitting in the car, like going to our boy's house, and we're just like quiet, like, what the fuck just happened?
Damn. Was any of y'all mad? Like, yo, fuck them, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third, or were y'all
It,
like,
we were like, we weren't mad. We were just like,
nah, keep it
bro,
100, man. No watered down shit at the time with
nah, we
anybody in
weren't.
the camp. Like, yo, fuck that.
We weren't mad. We were just like, what just happened? And then we were like, yo, we just got kicked out.
Word. How old were you at this
I
point?
think I was 17, maybe
Damn,
16,
yeah. Okay.
like
You was a
that.
young buck.
Yeah, man. Oh, I was. I don't even
Yeah.
think my parents knew that we were going to LA. You know what I mean? Like, I probably lied to my parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so y'all drove there and all of a sudden got caught out and then got kicked out.
And they got kicked out. We drove down there,
Yeah.
got called out, got choked out, and then got kicked out.
Hey, bro, I hate to say it, that's an automatic L, bro.
Hey,
Let's keep it 100 on the battlefield.
we
That's
take
an
it.
L, no matter what. You drove there hours, just
Yeah.
got there, got called out, you
And on my
know.
birthday. And on my birthday.
Oh my gosh, Wicket. That was your first L paying dues. How about that on your
Yeah.
resume? You know what I mean?
No, that
Everybody
was
got that
my
battle
second.
that yo, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's something that's help you build your character as a b-boy though. You feel
Yeah,
me?
true. You gotta take the L's, man. You gotta
Yeah,
take
you got to take the L. See, and that's what's wrong with. I mean, I wouldn't say that's wrong with today's generation, but I think they just think like, yo, win, but it's not about the wins. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's about the L's and what you learn from them L's gonna
Yeah.
make you official. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I mean, them L's build character, I mean,
For real.
let's say I play a lot of video games like NBA 2K, with my
Right.
with my fam, you know what I mean? And
Right.
I hate losing. I hate losing. It's just
I
something like
feel
I
you.
don't get upset too much, but when I lose in 2K, I just like,
right.
but what's crazy is when I win, it's not like a big deal. It's like, oh, I just won. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. I feel you.
You know, so when you take them L's, man, it show you something.
I feel you.
Yeah.
And that was your first, in a way, that was your first major L, like on a battlefield. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure you had battles before. This was like, yo, this was the heavy hitters,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely.
Like
Yeah, that
you
was like,
got some
oh,
heavy hitting cats.
that was like
Damn.
a definite major L for your boy.
But honestly, I would love to have that L. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you got called out. We went. You know, like I'm sure they gave y'all props for holding it down. You know,
I don't know about that. I don't know. You're gonna have to ask Flo or Asia. You should ask Asia after this.
I'm gonna ask
Is
Asia.
Asia
I'm gonna invite Asia
Asia on
on.
here?
You
She
know,
might be on here, man.
eventually I'm gonna ask Asia because I want her to be on. You know, honestly, she's
Yeah.
one of the first B I'm gonna have on. You
Okay,
know,
dope.
so I'm gonna get with her and talk about it. And I'm like, yo, seven gem joint versus Renegade. What happened?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm sure she's gonna go into details. You know what I'm saying on her perspective. So
yeah.
so that so okay. So you got that going, and then the second legendary battle you're part of is of course the rivalry. You know what I'm saying? The Bay Area rival. You know, like the Style Elements. That was your main rivals back then.
Yeah, that was a
You
crazy
know?
time because Style Elements they made a name for themselves real quick. I mean,
Hmm.
we had just won Radiotron against Freestyle, and Caesar was gonna have another event to have their winner go against us. So there
Right.
was another Radiotron that Style Elements won, I believe, and during that era, they were like bubbling. Their name was just bubbling, and they
Right.
were
Right.
like, yeah, they made a name for themselves real quick. So it became like obvious that like, oh shit, it's gonna be Style Elements against Renegades.
Mm.
Yeah.
How did that rivalry came about though? Was there
Uh,
like a certain animosity, or did some person, another person said something? There has to be a something that went down. Let's keep it
nothing.
100 from your perspective, though. There might be something that other members might know, right? But from your perspective, what do you remember of how that whole
I
rivalry
think
started?
I think it was just us being young and not really trying to not understanding how to take it.
Mm.
So everything we heard or everything we saw on video, like if Ramon was on video talking shit about
Mhm.
whoever,
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know, I mean,
And then,
I honestly, like I don't care, like if people were talking shit about me, I'm just like, okay, whatever, I'll see you,
yeah. No, no,
and
I'm talking about during that time. Right now, I'm sure everybody's good, but I'm talking about during that time. How did
yeah,
y'all feel like, yo, Because if you bring up Massive Monkeys, and I talked to Jaromsky, and he's gonna be eventually have me and Jerome's gonna go in on Massive Monkey versus MZK, and we're gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying?
right,
But for you, I'm wondering like how if Remon talked shit during that time, like were you like, yo, I'm gonna get that cat? You know what I'm saying? Like, was that going through your mind?
that
At
was
all?
that's what I mean, like this was going on back then, and
Yeah, 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 of
it was
course.
more like Jazzy and Ramon had beef because
Mm.
we saw a video with Ramon. He wasn't really talking shit, but he was just, I don't remember. This was years ago, man. Like
Yeah, yeah, of
it's
course.
just something that Jazzy saw on video that he didn't like what Ramon was saying. So
There it is. So that kind of sparked, and then eventually,
between them
yeah,
two,
yeah.
I mean, like with us, like with me, and those are my homies. But given the time, everybody was like just building up the hype. Oh shit, Renegades and Style Elements.
Right,
So
right, right.
people started taking sides, and we see videos of. Oh, another thing, we would like see videos of, like, if I were to do something in a video and we see people in the background, like, not really saying
Oh,
anything, and
okay.
then
Yeah,
if
yeah,
like Crumbs or whoever else would, and then that same person would be like, oh, in the video, and then we'd be like, okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
you
I
know,
feel you. We do the same thing. Like we catching cats. Like okay. I see you in the
yeah, yeah,
background.
you know what I
You know what I'm
mean?
saying?
So we
Low
were like,
smirk. You know.
we were like crazy geeky like that. Like we would be like watching the video, like, all right, who's picking sides here? You know, we
Yeah.
were like, all right, you cool in the face, but like on video, we see that okay, you riding with so and so, you know, so that's kind of
Mm.
what like built the hype too, you know.
But this is what I'm saying. Like I feel like sometimes battles are like that. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
they
yeah.
just pop up because of we competitors. We compete. You know what I'm saying? At the end, there's nothing wrong with that though. It
Right.
just make everybody better in a way, right? I mean, let's think about it. If y'all didn't have that rival, I mean, when I came in the game, that's all I heard about was that rival.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I came in '99. You know, so when I came in the game, like right away, and my come up is in the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
hear about the West Coast shit, that's tell you something. So in a way, things happen for a
Yeah,
reason, right? So
it's part of the whole plan, you know. It's part of the
yeah,
whole plan,
yeah.
you know.
Shouts to Smoke. What up, Smoke?
Hey,
Chicago
what up, Smoke?
General.
What's good? What's good,
Phase
Smoke?
phase two in the building. You feel me? Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So that exhibition battle, was that an exhibition battle or was something that's like just out of the blue?
The Radiotron?
Yeah, did Little Caesar set that battle up
Oh,
between
so
you?
that was the I mean, they Style Elements won the event after we won. So it was like those two winners would go head to head.
Oh,
And
wait.
then whoever won that would be like would take the trophy.
Oh, so Rick, there's two Radiotron event, and y'all won one of them. So Elements want the other, and then okay, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. So the
Damn.
time when we won against Freestyle, we had the Radiotron trophy. And then Caesar
Okay.
had another event saying whoever wins this is gonna battle Renegades for the trophy. So
Woo.
that's what made it more competitive, is because like the trophy
Mhm.
was at stake and it was dope. It was like a big ass hockey championship trophy with it looked like a Silver Surfer guy doing a headspin on the top.
Yo, imagine doing that now. That winner freestyle session last year versus winner freestyle session this year. The winner get the rings. Yo, can you imagine? You feel me? Like you put your rep on the line. What's popping?
I'm gonna be like, nope.
like I'm old now. Y'all good.
Bro, that was a whole. I'm gonna be like, yo, that was a whole year ago.
That was yo. Oh shit. Yeah, somebody said BC1. I feel you. Like, hey, what if they do like a special BC1? You know what I mean? Like the champion last year versus the champion this year, and the
Gotta
winner
put
get the
that belt.
belts, and then the belt keep going.
Yeah.
Woo! We about to pitch that to BC1. What's popping? Yo, me and Wig about to pitch that to BC1. Like, yo, we're about to hit up BC1 real fast. Like, hey, we should do this little, get the belt going.
Make it a little more interesting.
Yeah, like, damn, I got two belts. It's like boxing, right? I
Yeah,
got
right.
two belts. Yo, can you imagine?
Menno got how many belts? He got like 3, 4. I mean,
Yeah. And if could he put up that belt versus the
that
next champion?
put that
Like,
belt
will
up.
you put that rep on the line?
I
Like
think all the
you,
champs. I think all the champs should put their belts up.
bro, that would be amazing. That would be, in a way, that would be changing the game. Like
Yeah.
that would never happen.
Nah, it'll be something different, something fresh. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And more glory. You feel me? Like you really have to pay some dues. Like if you a champ, you have to hold your ground. If not, you lose the belt. That's some boxing joint. You
that's
feel
tough.
me? Like,
Yeah, for real.
woo, we're about to pitch
Tough.
that idea.
Hey, make a call.
Rep will start doing it. You heard it first from here. I'm gonna rewind this joint. Like, hey, we pitching them now.
For real.
But
For real.
He said belts should be fought for like boxing. I
Yeah,
feel
just
you.
like you said, just like you said.
Yo, Lady Jules got it. Oh my goodness, that's another big girl.
Jules, what up,
Shout out to
Jules?
Jules. Yo, when I was coming out, though, Jules was bowing everybody.
Yeah.
Jules, like taking a whole crew. Yo, so
Not
I'm
giving a
gonna hit
damn.
up
Like
Lady Jules,
jumping out there and just going.
bro. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember
Shout out to
she
Lady
was at.
Joe.
I remember, yeah, she was at BBoy Summit and she battled a whole squad. Yeah, I think she battled a whole Rocksteady squad. Jumped out on it, and she battled them. It was yo, and she was down full with Fanatics at that time.
Actually, I remember I was there.
Yeah,
That's
Jules
right.
like
Yeah.
really held it down. Like I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she did not give a damn. She's like, I'm jumping. This is me.
She nasty. Yeah, for real. Most of y'all don't know. All the B girls out there, look up Lady Jules. You know what I'm saying? She been holding it
Footwork,
down. She's a
style, power,
baller.
head spins,
Yeah,
attitude.
she's a baller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's get back to the style elements. So after that battle, like what happened? Like did y'all still have that rivalry going?
Oh
Because that's
yeah.
the last thing. Like
We were
you
hot.
know,
You know, after when we lost, we were just like, yo, this is hell no, we didn't lose. You know, we still think we didn't lose.
mm. Yo, Poe, Crumbs, check in, bro. Check in.
all I gotta say, I mean, we cool, we fam now,
Of course.
but
Hey, it's that competitive aspect,
yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
it.
We can be friends, but just
Yeah.
like basketball, like, hey, dog,
Yeah.
you fouled too many times at that game.
It was crazy,
Yeah.
man. Like, so we
Word.
you know, we still hot about it, you know?
To this day.
Yeah, that's like something
I should
that,
play that one, like to this
get over
day.
something like, yeah, you don't get over something like that, man. It's
I
like,
feel you. They took your trophy. Damn.
Linsky said, hey,
No
yeah,
words.
hey, Linsky said we gotta watch it again. Yeah, we
Hey,
should.
yo, shouts to Lean. What up, Lino? Floor Lords.
Yeah.
Hey, for real. I gotta get Lino. I'm sure Lino got some stories of the 80s, some like crazy
what?
joint. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. I mean,
But yo, so after that, yeah, basically that was like a big battle after that. And I'm surprised y'all didn't have like a round two, like at the next event or in the cypher or something. Like whatever y'all meet up.
yeah, I mean, right after that is when Flo called me about Manhattan.
Ah, okay.
So that changed a lot. That changed everything. That changed my life
Yeah.
right there. Flo giving me
Yeah.
that call, that changed my life, bro.
The tour joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not
So
the
what you
tour,
told-
but he asked me to get down with a show called Manhattan. In
Yeah,
Vegas.
yeah. In Vegas.
And Wiggles wanted to put me on a show. So that changed everything, you know, because Wiggs was working with Ramon and Crumbs and, you know, Flo and everything. So, you know, for me to take that gig was like stabbing everybody in the back. You know what I mean? That was down with us and against Rocksteady at that time. So
That's crazy.
you know,
Yeah.
like
So
it's like how LeBron went to Miami. You know what I mean? You know how he
yo, he took the LeBron route.
yeah, man. About to take my
Like,
talents
yo,
to
I'm
South
out.
Beach.
I took the biggest L, so I gotta go Ryan. Nah.
Nah.
But hey, I mean, I can't hate you because you was young shorty. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at that time, because last time you told me you getting paid like what, a G a week?
Yeah, it was the show was for a G a week. I was 18 years
Bro.
old. 18 years old.
In 90 what?
7.
Come on, bro.
I was
I would have
dripping
took it.
every
I
week.
would have talked to my fam like, hey, yo, this is breaking, bro. Like, this is not real street shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my family was like, "What? You're gonna what?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me see that contract." You know.
Right.
I was
I feel
17,
you.
18. You know, so it was just like unheard of back then. You know.
I feel you. I mean, you told me you talked to your crew,
Yeah.
and then what? Politics, he didn't really feel
Yeah.
it, but then in the end, he understand.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling it because if I was gonna leave, then nobody would be practicing or nobody, you know, the crew would be like, where's the crew gonna go? You know, because at that time Jazzy was like kind of doing his MC thing, and I'm telling you, man, Radiotron messed us up.
Yo, that's two L's. In
Hold
a
up,
way.
man. How is that two L's, bro?
Yo, the first one with the Rocksteady joint. And then you just told me,
Oh
like,
yeah, that
yo,
is.
that,
Damn, that is two.
yo. You did a LeBron joint. You did a LeBron joint. Got two L's, went to Miami, and then start getting the W's.
Man, why you bringing up old stuff, man?
Hey, but that's reality. But that's the journey, though. You feel me?
It's
You got
part
to
of
take those L's, the ups and downs, the griminess of it, like the fights between brothers, whatever. But in the end, it's part of that your journey. What made you? You feel me?
two huge L's, bro. In the
Yeah.
same within like 3 months apart.
Mm. But look at you now. You feel me? But that's the whole point. That's the reason why I'm having these conversations, bro.
Yeah.
Is because people don't know. Oh, Wicket, you know, he's nice. He's winning this and that. Oh, he's on videos, but they don't know about all this. You know?
Even when I got down with the show, I was taking major L's weekly for a whole year because
damn,
here I am. They hired me for the show, right? Because of what I do. I could do head spins. I got show moves. But at the same time, I still had to learn how to do routines. I didn't know how to top rock on beat. I didn't know how to do footwork. I had to do routines with these guys. So it was either learn the shit quick or get replaced.
I feel you.
So every rehearsal, I was walking on eggshells, man, because I had to learn fast. If I wasn't learning this routine today, I'm gone. You know,
Damn.
they're not gonna wait for me. You know what I mean? So luckily, Flo, you know, put me under, and I was a student. But even when I was learning footwork, I was like, I wasn't getting no props from them. You know what I mean? Like we would have solos in the show and everybody was getting props. You know what I mean? Everybody. I would get props for one solo, just the head spins, but it was the crowd giving me props. I wasn't getting props. Mr. Freeze wasn't getting, I mean, nobody. I was just like, damn, I got to suck this up because it's either learn or get replaced, you know? So for a whole year, I was like, I got to be on my shit.
Paying dues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like earning that respect. Even though you don't like it, you went through it, you know?
It was tough, man. I was living with Freeze. You know what I mean? Like he took me in, like he took care of me. Like he showed me how to do my laundry and pay bills and, you know, Mr. Freeze, I mean, he's like my uncle, you know, and but at the same time, like during the show, like I would never get no props from him. Like and I'm like, damn, that shit hurt, you know, but I understood, you know, this is just something that I gotta learn and I gotta go through, you know.
Yeah. And I'm in a way, I'm glad you went through that, right? It made you better, I'm sure, mentally and you know your arsenal. Because I feel like, you know, nowadays you say something like, "Yo, you whack," or "Nah, this and that and the third." You know, people like, "Yo, you a hater." It's like, no, not really. I'm not hating.
If you think about it, I was a straight power head, bro.
I
was a straight power head. I had the helmet on still. I was still rocking the helmet. You know what I mean? And no disrespect to anybody that rocks the helmet. I still own it. I still own a helmet. I still practice.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I mean? But it's different when you are performing in a show. It just doesn't look right. You know what I mean? So but aside from that, it wasn't until maybe month 8 or 9 that I started to get props from Freeze. So
Mm.
once I started to get props from him, then I realized like, okay, it's starting to work. It's starting to work out. But you know,
Wow.
it still wasn't like the props he was giving Flo or Wiggles or that was just something in my head. Like, damn, he's not like, okay, he's starting to give me props, but he's not really giving me props yet. So,
I feel you. That's
and then
man.
another thing, real quick, what was really pissing me off is so Flo's my teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to just become the B-boy that I'm supposed to be, right? So every time I would tell Flo, like, hey, Flo, like I practiced, so how does this look? I would show him something. And then I'd mess up because I just can't do it again. I would do it when he's in his corner practicing. So when I call him over, I'm like, yo, Flo, look at this. And I would mess up. And he's like, it's something there, something there. And then we go back into our corners and practice. And then he'll be like, hey, Wicket, what this look like? And he would do the same shit. Like the idea that I had,
Mm-hmm.
he would do it and flip it even better. And I'm just like, this guy just like
Oh.
that's. So this happened daily. Like every day this happened, you know? So, and then he would use that shit in the show.
You're like, wait, hold up.
Yeah, so like he would do the shit. We would practice before the show, and then he would see me mess up and take the idea and just like kill it, and then do it in the show and then get props for it. And I'm just like,
damn. Like,
L's,
damn.
bro.
Yeah,
L's.
L's. Man, that's a crazy journey, beginning your career, bro, as a
Yeah,
B-boy,
man. So like it was, I had that also against me, and so I'm just like, all right, I have to get good. Otherwise, Flo's just gonna keep taking my shit, and it's fair game because
Mhm.
you know what he's not gonna use it. Of course, he's gonna use it. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
that's what made me get better fast. I had to get better fast because I didn't want to get replaced, and because I didn't want Flo to keep taking my shit and getting props for it.
And again, come back to that competitive aspect. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. So
That's what made you great. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like, yo, I'm coming out with these, and he flipped it,
yeah,
even made it even better, and then he getting props on stage. Yo, I gotta get my arsenal up.
yeah, I can't just be doing
That's
head spins. You know what I mean?
yeah, I feel you.
So it was okay. So it was the 7 gems L, the style elements L, and then a
The
whole
flow
year
man.
of L's.
Damn. Just doing show, and that's just the show. Like that's not
Yeah.
even a battle. That's the show aspect.
It's a different battle because you're on stage in front of thousands of people.
Yeah, I
It's a
feel you.
different. Oh my gosh, it was a battle every
It,
night.
it's more nerving, right?
Yeah, I
With
mean, you got the spotlight on you. Everybody's watching you. I was the shortest one on the stage. You know what I mean? So all eyes were on me, bro, and I was just like,
here we
boo boo. I
go.
was like boo boo the foo foo, bro.
Did you ever messed up?
Oh, what? I mean, Wiggles is the most intimidating dude ever. It was
Hmm.
in rehearsal.
Yeah,
Luckily
Wiggles always been fun.
I didn't get it too much from Wiggs, but Flo
Mm-hmm.
got it. Flo got it for me. He would cuss Flo out because of
Mm-hmm.
me. You know what I mean? So
Like, yo, that kid whack. he can't even do, footwork to transition to this.
it was like show Wicket how to do a 6-step, bro.
Oh, word. Oh, yeah. At this time, yeah, you didn't even know how to do a six
No,
step.
man, I didn't. I was like 6-step.
Word.
Nah, I didn't know any. I didn't know a 6-step. I didn't know a 3-step. I didn't know, bro. Power
Yeah,
game.
and honestly, that's why I picked you first, because I feel like your journey can be a lot of lesson learned, especially for the new generation, because
Yeah,
you was a powerhead. I mean, we
yeah.
don't want to categorize people, you know what I'm saying? But like your arsenal at that time when you started was more focused just combinations, right? You didn't
Power.
have the footwork and transition from power to footwork to freezes and stuff like that. And I feel like you're like the role model for b-boys that can be well rounded and going through that process of taking L's and mentally and physically, right? Like through a whole year or even two. I don't know how many years it was, you know what I'm saying? But you went through that process.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
you didn't like come home crying, but you suck it up, as a man, like, yo, I gotta learn, I gotta do this. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And look at where you at now. You feel me? Like you just
yeah,
won freestyle session last year,
right,
40 years old. Like, come on, B.
yeah,
That's the biggest W is longevity. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
It's
And so that's why I was like, before I start this, I was like, yo, who can I get that kind of start that? I'm like, yo, Wicket, because he been in battle, but I feel like when I came in the game, I knew you was, power, and then you become, and I was like, yo, he's a great example. And I knew like there was some L's that you took those days. You feel me? Because I heard, we all, talk to each other and all that.
yeah,
And yo, I was like, yo, I got to get Wicked on, start the
yeah. I
series.
appreciate you, man. Appreciate you,
So
cause
I had a, in a way, like this whole thing is to let the new generation to learn. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And yo, you're the perfect dude. Just now is well rounded. Your footwork is crazy right now with different transition, different combinations. You know what I'm saying? Patterns.
yeah.
Well,
Well, you know what it is too, man. Hey, 777, what's good?
oh,
Uh,
yo, there's so many cats, bro. I can't wait to get everybody on here, man.
yeah.
Like, yo,
So check this out, man. Like a couple years ago, just recently, man. Like a couple years ago, I just realized, like, I just gotta be me. I just gotta break like me. You know what I mean? Because
mm,
for the longest, even after I learned how to do footwork, I was still trying to look like Legs. I was still trying to look like
mm,
I was still trying to look like Flo, So every
right.
time I would watch myself on footage, I would just be like, I can't watch.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I was never satisfied. I was like, that doesn't look like how Kenny would do it though. And
Mm,
so just recently, I just learned how to be myself, man. Just like do what
that's
I do, If
feel you.
if I'm gonna flop into a freeze, I'm gonna flop into a freeze and make it look
Feel you.
stylish.
Right, right, right.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't until recently that I realized just being me is gonna make me be the illest at what I do. So
Hey, respect due, bro. For
yeah,
real. You one of the nicest in the game, you know what I
I mean,
mean?
if I had to tell anybody any advice, on how to be dope, you just learn who you are and just be you.
Word. So let's get into the Kmel Wicket from Chicago Phase 2 versus Flow and Wicket, BBoy Summit. That's
Yeah,
a legendary battle, straight up and down, you know what I mean? How did the AJ reach out to y'all to set up the exhibition or?
yeah. I think she probably reached out to Flo, and we
Mm,
were living in Vegas at that time, so um, Summit was coming up, and I had just heard like a couple months before that, I had just heard about another B-boy Wicket from Chicago. And we had somebody gave us this video with like Full Circle, Kmel was in it, Wicket was in it. I
mm,
think Smoke was in, I think it was in, I don't know if it was in NY or Chicago, but everybody was killing this cipher. And once I saw Wicket get down and people hear yelling in the background, do that shit, Wicket. I was like, there's another Wicket, so that kind of
oh,
like gave me like I kind of like
yo,
got shook
hold
in.
up.
I got shook in a way because dude was dope. You
Oh,
know,
word.
when I saw him getting
Wicked,
down,
man.
and mind you, this is like I'm just learning how to do footwork. This is like
Mm,
okay, I'm starting to get props from Freeze. So
right,
I'm
right.
still like, and Wicket was like doing all kinds of like halos,
House
reverses.
style.
Oh my gosh, he was already like killing it. So
Yeah.
once I saw the video, I'm like, damn, dude is nice. I mean, honestly, I left the room. I was
Mm.
like, I can't watch. I left the room. I couldn't watch, because dude was nice. So then Summit was coming up, and Flo said, hey, they want to set up a battle between me and you against the other Wicket and Kmel. And I was like, oh shit, for real? I was like, you serious?
You serious? Oh, for real?
Yeah,
You serious? Oh, man.
yeah, my heart was beating. I was just like, I don't know. I was like, I wanted to say no, but you know, like everybody was there. You know, like Wiggs was. I was
feel
like,
you.
all right, cool, let's do it. But inside, I'm like, fuck.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah, man.
So that happened during the battle, like before the battle, when you were about to get on that stage, were you like, oh, here we go, showtime?
Yeah, I mean, leading up to the battle, I was training every day. I was practicing every. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, this is when I was like at my prime. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I was confident in my footwork. I was battling with flow. Like we would go at each other. So I was prepared. You know, and the day of, there was, I think, 2 days, I believe. So the first day wasn't the battle. There was like a cipher battle between Ivan and Kmel.
Okay, right.
And we get there, we just chilling in a cipher. Who chills in a cipher? So we're at the cipher. All of a sudden, Flo jumps out. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Oh, here you
really?
go.
Of course. So he jumps out, and it was just like a little back and forth between him and Kay, I think.
Okay, yeah.
And that was it. It wasn't nothing too crazy. It was just like a little teaser for everybody. You know, so that kind of got me like, oh shit. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I gonna get called? Is Wicket gonna call me out? You know?
Yeah.
So luckily, nothing happened. I was like, all right, cool.
But you know what? Those are the best feeling, like adrenaline wise, because you, in a way, like when those type of situation happen to me, like if somebody called my dude out, like in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for anything. And honestly, if I jump out now, that make my man look bad. You know what I'm saying? That mean my man is losing. That's why I had to jump out. You feel me? So I had to like stay back, like, nah, you know?
Yeah.
You feel, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
if you in a cipher about somebody call your man's out and you really want to get into it, you know what I'm saying? But you can't because he jump out. Like, oh, he jumped in because his man's is losing. You know what I mean?
That was the worst, man. He's the worst. He regardless who's out, the Flo's gonna jump out. You know, and I wasn't like that. I wasn't the battle type dude. You know, I was, you know, because I was a crewmate, I was pulled into it. You know what I mean? So.
And honestly, I think that's why, you know, at that time, K like was on top because he battled Ivan first, right?
Yeah.
And then Flo jumped in. That's what I'm saying. Flo jumped in. That made Ivan lost to K. That's why Flo had to jump out. You know what I'm saying? And Flo and then K still held his own. Like,
yeah, and I think it was the first time K was on the West Coast, you know, so everybody was like, oh, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I mean, K was doing his thing, you know.
I'm actually having K on next week, so he gonna break down the bro. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy, man. So then, in a way, you were kind of hyped, and then during a battle, were you like, yo, were you like confident, or were you like, oh shit, I'm really fucking up right now?
I think the battle was on stage. I didn't like that. I was like, it's gonna be on stage in front of everybody. I mean, it's the lights were super bright. You know, you had everybody. I mean, Legs, Wig, everybody was there, and I'm just like, I'm a nervous wreck. You know what I mean? So it wasn't until the first time my first round, right when I stepped out there, I heard people just like yelling my name, like, do that shit, Wicked, and, you know, from the crowd and then from people on stage. So that really gave me confidence, you know what I mean? So that made me feel like, okay, this is home court. We got
that was home court for you.
Yeah,
especially
you know, so, you know, the pressure was on. They were coming out to our home court, and there was no way that I was gonna flop, you know, or it was just not in my head. I was just like, I had to do my thing. I have to show what I've been doing the last couple of years, because I haven't, since Manhattan, or for a whole year, I didn't go to no events because of the show. And people had, you know, nobody knew what I was doing. Nobody, you know, to people that went to events, they still saw me as the power head. So at Summit, I kind of made some new enemies, man. Like, I made some new enemies because there was still people that were like fans of the powerhead BBoy Wicket. So once they saw me transform into like footwork and style and foundation, less power, it like everybody was just like confused, you know. So
Mm.
it was weird, man. It was a weird feeling. Weird feeling.
You think like the West Coast head, like, oh, he kind of, he kind of
Yeah.
played. Oh, he should have,
Like, yo, what happened to Wicket? Yo, they brainwashed them. Yo, they.
Word. I
That's
feel
how
you.
it was. That was the feeling back then. You know, there was no, there's no YouTube or no. I mean, so after a whole year of not seeing me, and then I come out in my first event is BBoy Summit
Yeah,
against
legendary.
Kmel and Wicket. It's just like, and then I'm throwing style, so everybody was just like,
Right. I mean, how did your crew feel about it at the time, like Renegade and all that? Were
um,
they like, okay, you doing
I'm
this
pretty
thing?
sure. I mean, I would visit them. I would visit my family in the Bay, like, I don't know, once every 3 months. And every time
Mhm.
I would, practice with them and show them stuff that I was being taught. So I'm pretty sure the first practice they're like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
Mm.
Because it's weird, man. Now, this is crazy. So when I used to practice with my crew, we would just like we would practice together, right? Like
Mhm.
each round we would go out and just try to like do some dope power combos. So when I did the show, I learned how to practice on my own because when I would practice with Flo, he went to his corner and then I went to my corner.
Right.
That's how we made stuff up. We didn't practice together at all, unless it was like, yo, show me what you got, or check this out. Aside from
Right.
that, we in our own corner making shit up. So I would go back to the Bay doing that. Like I hadn't seen my crew in months, and we go to practice, and I'm sure like everybody was like, "Oh, shit, we about to practice like the old days," and then it's just my mind, like the way I was programmed, I would go to my corner, and then they would it was messed up, man. Like I was messed up in the brain. I was young. I didn't know how to.
I feel you.
Like right when I went to practice, it was just about me. Like I went to my corner, and then
That's
now that I think about it, it's selfish, but
Did K and them like give you daps after that,
oh
or
yeah. Kay and Wicked, they came up, and it was just like, yo, good battle, man. It was
love, right?
dope. Um, it was all respect, man. I mean,
And of course,
I,
K
I
and
don't know how many
Flo.
rounds I don't know how many rounds we went out, but it felt like forever. So
Yeah.
after the battle, I was just like, all right, let me get off this damn
You
stage. I
had
feel
you
like
had that hat on. You like like you was rocking like this. That hat was like up here
yeah,
and on the
yeah,
side. I remember. I was like, oh
yeah.
yeah. BBoy Summer 99 is actually the video that got me into breaking. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I thought you
It
were
was
there for
actually
some reason.
nah,
Okay.
I was in the streets. You know
All
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
So I got into breaking because I saw Kmel, like, the energy just raw, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's when I'm like, yo, I didn't know breaking was like this. Before it was like, yo, I see cats like head spinning, I thought it was entertaining, but I didn't know there's this raw battle, you know what I'm saying? Like in your face, like I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This is something I can
Crazy,
get
man.
into.
I mean, Kate, like, he's another one, man. Like, it doesn't take much for him to have the crowd on his side. He'll
Mm.
jump out there.
That
First,
persona.
his first step is just like style, character, and already the
Mm.
crowd is on his side. It's like
Right,
something that
right,
him, Ivan, Flo, that they have that, like when I see it, I'm just like, how am I going to compete against this? So
right.
from the gate, I was just already like intimidated. Like, damn, he already got the crowd on his back, and I just
But
learned how to
man,
get
I'm telling you
up.
what, all of that, you one of the nicest. I'll tell you that, bro. You know what I'm
Appreciate it,
saying?
bro.
So thanks for the breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to everybody
Or
that's
whatever,
that's
y'all.
that's in the joint. And yeah, man, that's basically it. Thank you for being involved, and hopefully Instagram won't fuck it up again,
Oh,
but
for real, yo.
but I think it should because I did a test. You
Okay,
know what I'm saying? And then it posted, earlier. So I'm like, okay, cool. So hopefully nothing, so I can post this on YouTube and all that
dope.
and cut low parts. You know what I'm saying? So I can like, like yo, Poe, he still think Renegade should have won. You know,
Hey,
give him back his trophy, bro.
hey, man. You know what? You know what? I'm so hot. Like I'm still like I don't even want that trophy, man. Like I
Like,
don't want.
yo,
Yo, you. Hey, check this out. Man, you just reminded me. So
yeah.
we lost right when they announced who the winner was. We bounced. We were like, because I forget who it was on the mic. Whoever was hosting said right after the battle, "Who do y'all think won? Style Elements, Renegades." We thought we had it.
Mm.
You know, we were like, "Oh, we got it." And then once they announced the winners, we were like, what
Oh,
the?" You know what I mean? And
who were the judges
I
at the
don't, I don't,
time?
I don't remember, man.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But we were so hot that we left, and Lil Lewis, one of Caesar's homies, ran out the club. Was like, "Hey!" We were like already to the car. We were about to hop on a 5, and just, he was like, "Hey, come back. We got some medals for you guys, so you don't leave empty-handed." We didn't want no damn medals.
I want the trophy.
We
Like,
just gave up
forget the
this
medals.
trophy. You know what I mean? It was tough, man. It was tough.
Oh
It's still
man,
tough.
that's wild, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another thing that I remember is Beaver City. You and Ness kind of got into it. Like you call out Ness. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
remember that. Like you call out Ness, he was like, "Yo, I'm gunning for you." You know what I'm saying? And Ness was like, "Nah, you got to get through my man's."
Yeah, I'm like, well, the whole thing was, I wanted to call out Ness because everybody was going for everybody else. You know what I mean?
Right,
Except for Ness. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call out Ness. I'm gonna
right.
point right at his head. I'm gonna call him out.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was thinking, shit, I better come through right after. right when I did that, I was like, I better not fuck up.
Yo, at the time, we're like, "Yo, we about to smoke this cat Wicket." Like, you know us, like in the battles, like, "Yo,
Yeah,
who want to smoke Wicket?" You know what I'm saying? Because we
yeah,
saw it, like this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
Ness was like, "Yo, you got to get through, you got through my man's before you get to me." That type of deal. You know? That's
yeah.
how. That's like the rock steady way, because he learned that from Legs. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you want to get through Legs, you got to go through Ness. This, everybody in rock steady. You know?
Yeah.
But
I was
But
trying
I
to cut the
remember that
line.
we were laughing like after that. We were like, "Yo, yo, we could call you out. You didn't go out, bro." We're just, like we clown. You know what I'm saying? Like we're like, "Yo, hey, we could call you out, bro." It's like, "Nah, you can't get to me." You know what I'm saying? Like, Nas, like, "Nah, you
He
got to
said
get to y'all."
he said something like he said, "How you gonna battle me with my own moves?" or something like that.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy is that I forget what I did, but I saw an old clip of Ness doing the same move, and I'm like, damn, that is the same move. But I didn't see him do it. But
Yeah.
you know how that shit
Yeah,
happens, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, shouts to Ness. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, I'm gonna have Ness on because he's gonna tell about a lot of his war stories. But
That's big bro
but
right
yeah, I
there.
remember that it was a good one, And we're like, "Yo, you didn't go out, bro." he pointing at you, bro. Like, he's like, "Nah, Ness. Nah, you gotta get through y'all before you get to me." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo,
but shouts to Ness, man.
Ness is like he's like a walking movie. Like everything he
Yeah,
says,
yeah.
like when I'm with him, I feel like I'm in a movie with him. Every
What?
conversation, I'm just like,
He's a
damn, I feel like
character,
I'm in it.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ain't too many people like that.
The
It's
thing with
crazy.
Ness is if you want the opposite side of him, he bring the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's what make Ness great because you like, "Yo, I really want to smoke this guy. I'm gonna bring the best arsenal and just smoke this dude real bad." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
that should be the way though. On both ends. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so I think you were battling with Have a Core at the time, right? Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's the thing. Like it was heavy hitters. Have a
Yeah,
Core
man.
was
I mean,
MPK. That was
I
crazy.
I and if you don't remember, man, I was DJing.
Yeah, you were.
So I wasn't really. I was like, should I battle? I mean, I'm DJing right now. I'm like in DJ mode right now. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, I'm a battle.
Yo, BBoy City was grimy, bro. That
Yeah, for
that
real.
that whole jam was raw. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
was
Texas.
some.
Like when I first moved out here, Texas just like showed me another side of the scene that was just straight raw. Like
Mm,
I like when I first moved here, I saw groups and b-boys and b-girls that I've never heard of before, and just like raw, and will call anybody out. Like nobody's safe. These kids,
rah,
these 7-year-old kids will call you out.
word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
Texas is raw, man. Like straight up and down. You
for
know,
real.
and so I remember. Shouts to BBoy City. You know what I'm saying? Romeo
Good, what's
holding
good,
it down. Roger.
bro?
You know
Raj,
they held it down for years for the scene in
still,
Texas. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like BBoy City. First time I've been to BBoy City was when I saw Omar and them battle uh, Massive Mayhem on concrete.
Oh,
You know
damn.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that was legendary. You know what I'm saying? So one of these days I'm gonna have Omar on to talk about that. But the event like ran out of time and they had to find an outside on concrete.
Outside, yeah, I heard
It was
about that.
crazy, like
Yeah.
bro. But yo, Wicked
Oh,
man.
wait, real quick.
Go ahead.
That's one thing that I forgot to tell you, man. Like, so that whole year, I was learning from Flo and Wiggles and everybody at Mad Hatton. What I realized was afterwards, when the show was done, and I learned all this foundation and became who I am today. What's crazy is that I learned the most that I learned from was the stories they told me.
Hmm.
Because then I understood like why the 6-step would look the way it would, or
Word.
why character is important. Is a lot had to do with the stories they would tell me.
That's what we're doing right now,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly, man. So I appreciate you, man, for having me on, because this is what
No
everyone needs to
doubt.
hear. Yeah.
Yo, Jake's gonna come on tomorrow. I'm sure
Okay.
you're gonna
Okay.
talk about the Kmel versus Jake's. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for that. But yo, Wicked man, thank you. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
anytime,
Much
bro.
love. We'll keep
Anytime, man.
building, bro. All
For
right?
sure. For
One
sure.
love. Peace.
All right. One love, bro. Peace.